Let's start this with a prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready in the name of Yeshua from Nazareth. Let's cut this bread. It's John 6:56 through 57, and this one came from the Message. I just like how it reads. My flesh is real food, and my blood is real drink. By eating my flesh and drinking my blood, you enter into me, and I into you. In the same way that the fully alive Father sent me here, and I live because of him, so the one who makes a meal of me lives because of me. He's talking about eating this manna from heaven. Now, I know with religion is kind of difficult because you got the New Testament, you know, and it's like it's only 3 years, and it makes people skeptical. Like, who's dude? It's only 3 years of history. Whatever. The whole Old Testament talks about, the whole book, the whole Bible talks about Yeshua. I have to get reintroduced to him because I fell off. Like, I can say woman of God, woman of God, woman of God, daughter of the Most High, daughter of the Most High. But then there's always going to be someone that's going to call you on it. Like, that's how your father looks? The way that you look? The way that you sound? And I cannot have anybody being like, if God acts anything like you, I don't want to deal with you. I can't have that. I know how good God is, and I know what he's done for me, and this ain't that show. This ain't that show. Like, it's a new season. It's a new season, and some things are happening. Today is the 10th. So about 2 months ago, I went to Puerto Rico, so May 9th, and I came back on the 16th. God did some amazing things, and I thought it was going to be done when I came back home, but it wasn't. It was more like, you got to get real, Tanya. You got to go deeper, Tanya. Everything that you've hidden within you, Tanya, needs to come out. I got this, God. I got this, God. But I stopped eating. I stopped eating the bread of life. I started snacking on processed foods. This is how dope God is, because Yeshua is saying, you got to eat me, right? I'm food, I'm drink, all of that, eating my flesh and drinking my blood, you enter me and I into you. So I wanted to see that process. And God is so dope because he just is. So the way that he would bust it down is eat, put food into the mouth, and chew and swallow. It's something outside of you that you got to get. You got to make it go through a process, and then it goes through another process. So when he was like, I have to reintroduce you to my son, this is how I want you to do it. Take from him, put it in you, and let it be in you. Because you got to think about it. Anything that, when you eat food, it's going to be used what it needs to be used for in your body. So that ain't coming back. It's in there. And then I had to check out what food was. So the definition of food is any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink in order to maintain life and growth. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Like, this is how you grow. This is how you have life. And this definition said, this is what you do. You get any nutritious substance, eat it or drink it in order to maintain life. I have to get this word. I have to eat this bread to maintain life and growth. If this isn't a stagnant relationship where I got a couple of, crumbs in my mouth and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to live on this forever. Oh, God so loved the world, he saved his only son that no one should perish. But cool. Am I really walking in that? Is that really in me? Did I really take it and put it inside and let it do what it needs to do? So I have no fear. I have no doubt. Like, I know what it is. Nutritious. I had to look up that definition too. The process of providing or obtaining the food necessary or health for growth. So there's a way that things will be provided or obtained. How am I going to get this bread of life? How am I going to eat him? Right? How am I going to make a meal out of him? if I'm not coming to the word, if I'm not seeking the face of the Most High and being like, put me onto your son, because that's the only way it happens. Like, God got to see his son, and then his son chooses you because God has a predestined plan for you, for me. I know, listen, it seems complicated, but it's a lot that went into this process of just being like, I got to be reintroduced. And when the reintroduction happened, it's like, look, this is how I want you to eat. Get it in you. Stop putting junk in you. Start listening to my son. Obey everything that he tells you, because the Proverbs and Psalms, all that wisdom, all that knowledge, all of that understanding, eat this. Get this. To obtain it, or the process of providing, God has given you every resource, given me every resource available to obtain this bread of life. They got it in the desert. That manna came. Y'all don't get it though. I didn't get it either. So don't feel bad. Now, substance, a particular kind of matter with uniform properties. I'm like, okay, God, that doesn't make sense. He's like, but uniform does. Uniform, remaining the same in all cases and at all times, unchanging in form or character. Yeshua does not change. He's not going to change. In no way, shape, or form does his character change. All of this from eat. So get this word. This word is never going to change, but it's going to change you and how you see it. And this is how good God is, because I'm on something else. Romans 2:4, or do you think lightly of the riches of his kindness and restraint and patience, not knowing the kindness of God leads you to repentance? I know how kind he is to me. And this is why I needed this reintroduction, because Yeshua been like, there's nothing new. I got you. Take this and let it be a nutritious substance for you to maintain life and growth. Use this word to grow in a healthy manner. Because a lot of what's wrong with me, I've hidden it inside me. But in order for it to come out, I got to replace it with something. So why not replace it with life? Why not? The Father is fully alive. He sent Yeshua. Why not eat this? Make a meal of everything that he's talking about. Because when it's time to make a meal, it's a process too. You got to go to the store. You got to get what you need to get. Then you put the ingredients together. Then you put it on the stove. Then you put it on the plate. Then you put it in your stomach, and then it's done. You're not hungry no more. Even with the drink, you're not thirsty no more. And this is what he did for me. I don't have to be hungry. I don't have to be thirsty, and really like going through some things and then being like, why am I crying? I'm not rejected. Because in the word, it says, when my father and my mother abandoned me, the Lord was there for me. So this word teaches you. Yeshua teaches you all that negative stuff that you ate. It's time for that to come out. Let me put this positive in you. Take my words and eat them. Go through the process. Put it in your mouth. You chew, you swallow. And when you swallow, there's another process that happens that you don't see. So getting this word and putting it in us is so vital, because I know I done heard a lot of people spit a lot of gems in life. And I'd be like, oh, I'm going to take that. I'm going to keep that. That's inside of me. They're not walking around with pieces of me inside of them. I was walking around with pieces of them inside of me. Like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Don't let nobody get over on you. Yeah. Eat that. 44, just now starting to walk. I was trying to run. I've been a runner my whole life. Ain't no more. Now it's time to sit down, cut this bread, eat this bread of life, drink these living waters, and my belly is gonna flow out like a stream. Life and more life. Good thing after good thing after good thing. You ain't gonna go wrong over here. I encourage you. Get to know Yeshua. Eat what he's laying down. He done cooked up some stuff. Put it on your plate. Bust it down. Holla at the Most High.